Good morning, students. So today we'll discuss about the aromatic conversion. In aromatic conversion, what is a basic compound? What is a starting compound? That is benzene. Using benzene, we will do so many types of conversions. Benzene basically shows electrophilic substitution reactions. So we'll follow the conversion using these routes. That is route 1. In route 1, we'll follow halogenation and then next steps. Route 2, that is sulfonation using sulfonic acid. Even route 1 and 2, where is the formation of chlorobenzene and sulfonic acid, and then they directly react with basic reaction, basic medium, and acidification to form phenol. And then we'll move to the next steps, means we'll move from phenol to other conversions. We'll follow the route 3, that is nitration, in which there is a formation of nitrobenzene, and this nitrobenzene further reduced into aniline, and then we'll follow the next steps. Route 4, which is Friedel-Crafts alkylation, and there's a formation of toluene, and then the next steps. Route 5, that is Friedel-Crafts acylation, that is acetophenone. So basically in aromatic conversion, we are taking basic compound, means original compound is benzene, and using benzene, we are following these 5 routes. And by using these routes, we'll see so many reactions and this conversion steps. So one by one, I will discuss. First, I will discuss the route 1 conversion, means chlorobenzene conversion, halogenation conversion. And then in the route 2, route 3, route 4, and route 5. So we'll discuss all type of conversions. So now I'm moving towards the route 1 conversion. In route 1 conversion, what is this? You can see route 1 conversion via chlorobenzene. See the conversion steps. Benzene first reacts with chlorine in presence of anhydrous AlCl3, anhydrous AlCl3 to form chlorobenzene. You can see chlorobenzene, formation of chlorobenzene. And this chlorobenzene further reacts with sodium hydroxide at 623 Kelvin, 300 atmospheric pressure, and acidification to form phenol. So first step is benzene to chlorobenzene, chlorobenzene to phenol. And this reaction is basically Dow's process. So suppose in exam, if the question is coming, convert benzene to phenol. So what two steps we have to follow? So benzene to phenol conversion will be done by two steps. First, benzene convert into chlorobenzene by using these reagents, and then chlorobenzene directly convert into phenol by Dow's process using these conditions and reagents. Now, after phenol, we can see so many steps. Phenol further shows of so many reactions. You can see when phenol reacts with zinc dust and heating, it directly converts into benzene. Phenol basically shows electrophilic substitution reaction in which there is so many reactions. The first reaction is halogenation. Now, what is halogenation? That is bromination. Now, this bromination can be discussed in two medium. If aqueous medium, there is a formation of 2,4,6 tribromophenol. You can see 2,4,6 tribromophenol by forming white precipitate. But when bromination occur in nonpolar solvent, that is in presence of carbon disulfide, there is a formation of orthobromophenol and parabromophenol. So what are the difference between these two reactions? So phenol undergoes per halogenation, that is bromination reaction, in two conditions, one in aqueous, that is polar solvent, and in this case there is a tribromo product form, while in case of non-aqueous there is a monobromo product form. And in monobromo always we get two products, ortho and para, in which para is a major product and ortho is a minor because of steric hindrance. Now, the next reaction of electrophilic substitution reaction for phenol is nitration. You can see nitration. This nitration reaction occur in two dilute nitric acid and concentrated nitric acid. In dilute nitric acid, there is a formation of two products, ortho and para. So this is ortho product and this is para product. Okay. So we are getting orthonitrophenol and paranitrophenol. In orthonitrophenol, what is this? In orthonitrophenol, basically these are at which position? Ortho position, and in this case, they are at para position. So there is a formation of two products, ortho and para. Okay. But in the presence of concentrated nitric acid, there is a formation of trinitrophenol. 2,4,6 trinitrophenol. You can see here it is 2,4,6 trinitrophenol, which common name is called picric acid. So here also we are saying in nitration reaction, there's a two conditions and we are getting two different types of products. In case of dilute, we are getting mononitro product. In case of concentrated, we are getting trinitrophenol. Okay, so these two reactions. Second reaction, the next reaction of electrophilic substitution, which is the name reaction, that is Riemer-Tiemann reaction, which is very, very important for the board exam in the form of conversion, in the form of name reaction also. So now what is Riemer-Tiemann reaction? When we heard about this name, Riemer-Tiemann reaction, immediately it should be strike you in your mind that this is a reaction of phenol. So phenol has two special reactions, that is Riemer-Tiemann reaction and Kolb's reaction. In Riemer-Tiemann reaction, what is this? Okay, see, phenol reacts with sodium hydroxide to form sodium phenoxide, which further treated with chloroform and acidified to form salicylaldehyde. What is salicylaldehyde? You can see in salicylaldehyde, there is at ortho position, OH is already there in the phenol, and at ortho position, we are getting CHO. So this is called salicylaldehyde, which IUPAC name is 2-hydroxybenzaldehyde, right? So this is very, very important reaction. This Riemer-Tiemann reaction is a very important reaction. Now the next we are moving towards Coles reaction. Now what is this Coles reaction? You can see in this reaction, phenol first reacts with NaOH to form sodium phenoxide, and this sodium phenoxide followed by carbon dioxide and acidification to form salicylic acid. So what is the difference between these salicylaldehyde and salicylic acid? You can see at ortho position, the CHO group is there, while their carboxylic acid group is present. So what is the IUPAC name of this salicylic acid? 2-hydroxybenzoic acid. So again, I am repeating what is this. So phenol reacts with sodium hydroxide and followed by chloroform and acidification to form salicylaldehyde, which is also called 2-hydroxybenzaldehyde. So it is a Riemer-Tiemann reaction. Now, what is Kolb's reaction? Kolb's reaction is a reaction of phenol, which reacts with sodium hydroxide, forms sodium phenoxide, and followed by electrophile carbon dioxide and acidification to form salicylic acid, which is also called 2-hydroxybenzoic acid. So these two reactions are very, very important for board exam in the form of name reactions also. Okay. So now the next is, okay, now this phenol, one more reaction also you can see this salicylic acid further reacts with, I'm just writing over here because of lack of space. This salicylic acid, sorry, further treated with acetic anhydride to form acetoxybenzoic acid, which is also called aspirin. So there is a formation of aspirin using this salicylic acid, or I can write in the next page also so that you can clearly see. Just a minute, wait. See what is this reaction. But I can write in the next page. So this salicylic acid further reacts with acetic anhydride, which is called acetylation reaction, to form acetoxy benzoic acid, or which is also called aspirin. So this aspirin, so in exam, suppose in exam it is coming convert phenol to aspirin. So what you'll do, how to convert phenol to aspirin? First, phenol undergoes for which reaction? So you have to immediately strike in your mind, okay, what is this, how to do the conversion? So if in exam, if it is coming, convert phenol to aspirin, first you write the initial and final. I mean, just a minute, I will show you how to do the conversion in the exam. Suppose in exam it is coming, convert phenol to aspirin. So first you have to write the starting, that is phenol, and final, that is aspirin structure. And then you think what steps you have to follow. Okay, so when you're writing the structure of phenol and aspirin, immediately it is striking in your mind, we have to do the conversion in two steps. First, phenol will convert into salicylic acid using Coles reaction, in which we have to add sodium hydroxide, CO2, and H plus. And this salicylic acid further followed by acetylation reaction to form 2-acetoxybenzoic acid, which is called aspirin. So conversion is not very tough for anyone, only you have to know some ideas. So this is Coles reaction and followed by aspirin. So this is one flow chart. This is the flow chart for the phenol. If you remember these reactions, at least if you can make this flow chart by your own also, and then you can recall the images and reactions. One more reaction I can show by chlorobenzene. When chlorobenzene reacts with sodium metals in presence of dry ether to form biphenyl, or we can say diphenyl, which is called, this is also named reaction, which is Fittig reaction. This is Fittig reaction. Okay, so this is the Fittig reaction. So I think that this is clear. Again, I am repeating. So what is the root one steps? First, benzene reacts with chlorine to form chlorobenzene. This chlorobenzene has two types of reaction. One is a Fittig reaction and second is a Dawes process. By Dawes process using NaOH 623 and 300 ATM to form phenol. And this phenol shows many reactions as electrophilic substitution reaction, where halogenation, that is bromination in two medium to form tribromo, monobromo, nitration also two medium, dilute and concentrated to form mononitro and trinitrophenol. Riemann-Tiemann reaction in which there is a formation of salicylaldehyde using chloroform. Coles reaction forms salicylic acid. You can differentiate between these two reactions also. What are the common? NOH and H plus common. Only uncommon you can remember, that is chloroform and CO2. And the product also, there is a CHO and there is a carboxylic acid. Okay. So in next class, we'll follow the route 2. Thank you so much. So I just stop the